Okay,
Okay,
perfect,
perfect,
Josie.
Josie.
If
If
you
you
are
are
ready,
ready,
would you
would
like
you
to
like to
describe a
describe a
difficult
difficult
decision that
decision
you
that you
made
made?
which had a good result?
One difficult decision that I made was choosing to continue living in my hometown now, which is a coastal city, instead of moving to big city to live with my dad. I made this decision about 2 years ago when my parents suggested that I should move away for better educational and maybe career opportunities in the future. At that time, it was a very hard choice for me because living in a large city seemed to offer a lot of advantages. There are more modern facilities, famous school, and better chances to develop myself. Um, and actually, staying with my dad would have been more convenient and comfortable since he can like take care of me and support me. However, I actually decided to stay in my hometown. The main reason was that I really loved the peaceful atmosphere and the pace of life here. It's slowly and really calming. Living near the beach helps me feel less stressed, and I also have my close friends and relatives and even my mom here. Moreover, I wanted to become more independent and confident and like learn how to manage my own life rather than relying too much on my dad's money. Mm, I was worried at first that I might regret that my decision because many people say that moving to a big city is the best way for me. After some time, I realized that staying in my hometown actually brought me a lot of positive results. I became more mature, responsible, and even more confident than before. So I also achieved uh, a better life. So now I feel very satisfied and proud of myself for making decision, even though it was really difficult for me at the beginning, but it taught me um, a lot of things. Oh,
Okay, Josie, thank you very much. For the students listening in, I think what Josie touched on well there was feelings and personal growth. So take that into consideration. Yeah, thank you very much, Josie. So what I will do now, Josie, is ask you 6 follow-up questions. Okay. Um, First follow-up question, Josie, is do you think young people are easily influenced by others when making big decisions? Why or why not?
Of course, I think young people are easily influenced by others, especially nowadays because of social media. Some teenagers often see influencers, friends, or even trends and start following them without thinking. And at that age, many people are still trying to figure out who they are, so they tend to care a lot of about others' opinion. I also think it depends on the person. Some young people are independent and confident enough to make their own decisions.
Yep, perfect. Question 2. What kind of decisions do young people have to make?
I think young people have to make many important decisions related to their studies, their careers in the future, and even their personal relationships. For example, they may need to choose what subjects to study, which university to attend, or to move to another city for better opportunities. And besides that, they also make everyday decisions such as managing their time, choosing their friends, or even balance their studying and entertainment. Um, Even though some choices seem like small, they can still have big impact on their future.
Well done, Josie. Question three. Why do young people like to ask for advice when making decisions?
So I think most young people usually ask their parents or maybe their close friends for advice. Parents are more experienced and so they can give you practical guidance, especially about the education or career choices. Many teenagers prefer talking to friends because they feel more comfortable and less pressured, and in some cases, I think young people also look for advice through social medias or through video, although I think that information is not always reliable.
Why do some people find it difficult to make important decisions?
From my perspective, many people struggle with important decisions because they are afraid of making mistakes or they or afraid of facing negative consequences. Sometimes a single decision can completely change someone's life. So like naturally they feel pressured and maybe uncertain. Another reason I think is that they may receive too many different opinions from other people, which makes them feel confused, and some individuals tend to overthink every possibility instead of trusting their self themselves.
Do you think it's necessary for kids to make as many decisions for themselves as possible?
Of course, I believe children should be encouraged to make their own decision in life because it helps them become more independent and responsible. They can decide how to organize their study schedule or choose their hobbies, what they like. Um, but for major decisions, I think adults should still guide them because children may not fully understand the consequences of their choice yet. I think there should be a balance between freedom and guidance.
Okay, then perfect. The last follow-up question for you, Josie. Do you prefer making decisions alone or with other people's advice?
Um, to be honest, I prefer listening to other people's advice before making decision. I think hearing um, perspectives help me look at situations um, more objectively and avoid some mistakes. I still believe the final decision should come from myself because I am the person who has to deal with the consequences. So usually I combine of asking for advice, but then I still take a lot of time to think carefully before making my decision on my own.
Josie, thank you very much for speaking. I appreciate your communication. Well done. Lovely stuff. Okay, wonderful. Josie, great start. Um, yeah, well done for answering questions. Um, Absolutely fantastic start. Let's move on swiftly. If I may say hello to Rose today. Good evening.